This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Bellevue Pain Institute.
Welcome back, everybody. Last month, we met Dr. Kevin Polzin of the Bellevue Pain Institute. He's a local doctor who's also a leader in the treatment of peripheral neuropathy, a problem that affects as many as 20, possibly 50 million Americans. Dr. Polzin specializes in a non-invasive, painless and drug-free treatment. He's back today to show us exactly how his laser therapy works, and he's brought along one of his patients, Barbara Dumet. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Doctor, first of all, I know a little bit about this because my father-in-law was a sufferer of this, and tens of millions of Americans are affected. But remind us what PN does to the body.
Well, peripheral neuropathy is, once again, a damage of the very fine microscopic nerves of primarily the hands and feet. And the brain is used to receiving just massive amounts of information from your hands and feet 24 hours a day. So when the nerve damage happens and the brain receives less information from the feet, it looks down to the feet, and the pain and neuropathy comes from that. But peripheral neuropathy not only means damaged nerves, it really means damaged lives. And recent studies have shown that the quality of health life index of those that suffer with peripheral neuropathy is as low or lower than those suffering with cancer, congestive heart failure, Parkinson's, diabetes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're talking about something that is also skyrocketing with the incidence of diabetes.
Yep.
So this is something that we're going to be dealing with more and more as people age and as we have more people falling into that category. Barbara, what have you suffered as a result of PN?
Well, this probably started in 1995, so it's been you know, a long time for me, 15 years. And it just started and it kept growing, and then I started losing my balance because I could not feel anything. I couldn't feel hot or cold. Then what I had to do was give up wearing nice shoes because, you know, I needed a lot of support because I couldn't feel my feet. And so I went to my internist, I went to my foot doctor, I got sent to a neurologist. I kept doing all these things, and everybody said there's nothing we can do for you except give you very strong medications for pain.
And that doesn't help when you already are having trouble with your balance and trying to negotiate stairs and that kind of thing. So what kind of a difference has this treatment made in your life?
I now have balance. I can wear shoes like this.
Oh,
I mean, you know,
good
this
for
is
you.
good. But the pain is down 95%, which is a tremendous change. And in fact, I just sat in the audience for that first half hour and was not uncomfortable, was able to sit there with no pain at all.
Bless you.
Which has been great.
Bless you.
And also my sense of balance is tremendous right now. I mean,
that's so important because if you can't balance, you can't go shopping, you can't do the escalator, you can't go where you need to go.
I could not go down a set of stairs without holding on.
That's tough.
And now I can.
Dr. Polzin, show us how this works. What does the boot do?
Well, first of all, these bags here provide a vapor barrier because the lights also are enhancing the nerve cells as well as the microcirculation right below the surface of the skin. So we have dozens of red and infrared, very specifically pulsed pattern lighting that is allowing, if you remember a little bit from biology, every cell has a little energy engine in it called the mitochondria. And these lights, the light energy enhances the performance of the mitochondria by supplying almost like a high-octane gas to your engine.
Okay, so these cells work better.
These cells work better, they divide more quickly, the circulation of the blood vessels dilates. So bringing all this attention, energy-wise, to the cells of the feet and enhance nerve and blood vessel regrowth.
So you can actually restore these cells.
That's exactly correct.
All right, and once we've restored them, then you have greater feeling and all of the symptoms that Barbara is talking about are reduced. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, what happens too is then we're reconnecting the sensory information from the feet back up to the brain. So the brain, you know, it's a little bit akin to the amputee victim that still suffers with phantom pain or itch or tingle in a limb that isn't there. Well, because the brain is used to, again, receiving all that information from the feet, and it's looking for those feet where you get all this information coming back to the brain that goes, oh, there's my feet, and the pain and neuropathy goes away.
Because it's the lack of communication that's actually causing your brain to register the pain,
to search for the feet.
Okay, so how does this, the lasers then connect up, as you said, get the mitochondria going.
Yep.
How long does this take? How long does she have to be in the boot?
Well, the tissue is fully saturated in about 20 to 30 minutes. And again, depending upon the diagnosis and severity. Then the real doctoring happens because then we have to retrain these nerves based upon her losses at the particular sensory. Some nerves send cold information. Some nerves send hot, some vibration, some sharp touch, some dull. And then between every 2 bones, and there's 26 bones in each foot, we have little mechanoreceptor cells that talk to the brain about balance and about the condition of the floor and what it is that you're walking in. So we retrain all these nerve cells to connect to the brain.
How do you do that?
Well, by actually mechanically stimulating the feet. So like if we're losing cold, we provide cold sensation to these new nerves. If we're losing hot, we literally bathe the feet in hot water.
Interesting.
We vibrate in all levels of different frequencies to really get the mechanoreceptors excited and start to flood the brain with information.
It's exciting, the resiliency of the brain and of the human body if we know what to do. Now, these are on her feet. Would this also work for hands?
Absolutely. In fact, neuropathy is a hand or stocking and glove